Hey everybody, it's Bobo the Vulture, and it's time for more Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit more. Since he's a rapper, I'm going to go ahead and allow Jamie Dundee to take over the opening the show duties. He's going to start doing potentially weekly rap about how Jarrell Clark sucks. Now then. Kind of want Todd Sexton versus Scotty Mac. Want them to actually have a match. They haven't had a match yet. Should that be the main event tonight? Possibly. One versus one. Singles. Todd Sexton. Well, yeah, Todd Sexton versus Scotty Mac. There is no title on the line. The win will go to Todd Sexton as a result of cheating. There is no special aftermath to that. We are just trying to make this feud happen and be awesome. This time will be an interview featuring Miss Vanessa and Scotty Mac. They are going to be, there he is, Todd Sexton, chewing him out, heading up to the big feud times. And here, and you will start to see a very thing about just making this one very efficient, business-like arrangement, very by the numbers. Every segment promotes a feud. And every segment uses a manager. Targeting Black Dragon. See, it's all crisscrossing back and forth. Then you use the match to break up the segments. Here's Phil Woods talking about the Todd Sexton, Scotty Mac angle. Then there's a match. Then after the match, Miss Vanessa talks about the Todd Sexton, Scotty Mac angle. You see, it all works out. Then here we are going to have an interview. Single worker with manager. Phil Woods right with Black Dragon. Talking about Doctine. Continuing that feud. And then what is the other mainline feud we also want to? Well, Jarrell Clark versus Jamie Dundee, but that's already being taken care of. Dysfunction versus Trent Baker. There you go. With Trent Baker. Oh, right. He switched. He's the guy that just turned. What am I thinking? And the interview purpose will be to continue that feud. Then if we come all the way back up here, see, we will have flipped the script entirely. Actually, no, I need to remove that because this is the part. Don't want two segments touching like that. Single work with manager. Miss Vanessa with Trent Baker. Talking up dysfunction. Continuing the feud. Then here you will have single work with manager. Phil Woods with dysfunction. There he is. And the target is Trent Baker. Continuing that feud. There you go. Now, let's have a match here. It'll be a one-on-one match, single styles. Be Sebastian Knight versus Trent Baker. We were going to have that feud once. Didn't end up happening. Will be Sebastian Knight because dysfunction is going to come in to interfere. The aftermath will be dysfunction, specifically continues his assault, and the purpose will be to continue that feud. So there you go. That feud is as puffed up as it possibly can be here. Now, who could Doc Dean have a nice match with? Doc Dean could have a nice match with Lazarus. Doc Dean could have a nice match with Onyx. Although Onyx is probably going to wrestle in this match. So let's say Lazarus. Yeah, singles match. It's going to be Lazarus versus Doc Dean. There is no title on the line. The win will go to Doc Dean. This one is going to be slightly different. Doc Dean's going to win cleanly, but then afterwards, Black Dragon is going to come out, run in attack on Doc Dean to continue the feud. There you go. So it's a clean match, good match between those two. But then afterwards, cheat hacks happen. And after that, we need to have maybe a match where Jarrell Clark can defend his title, or just wrestle successfully. Who could he wrestle against? He could wrestle against Majik. That would be silly, but it could be done. Actually, Jarrell Clark and Majik are not that different. Majik obviously not quite as high up there, but let's see. Who needs a morale boost? Does anybody need a morale boost? Striker, surprisingly high morale. Robbie Moxie's morale is at 69. Onyx's is at 57. No, Onyx. And Black Dragons is at 69. They both want to be promoted up the card, and you know what? Rightly so. I will probably give that to them at some point. Robbie Moxie may be a better match for let me go match 1-on-1 singles. Gonna give Robbie Moxie versus Jarrell Clark a go. It's a non-title match, but Jarrell Clark gets it anyway. And then afterwards, what happens? But Jamie Dundee comes in. Wait, no, this is the finish. Jarrell Clark wins cleanly. I'm not about to try and make anything other than that happen. Run in attack on Jarrell Clark. There you go. Showing you, hey man, got my eyes on you. Let's continue the feud that way. There we go. Now let's start this show. How much more potential booking interest could it have? 69%, the sexiest overall segment rating there is. Sebastian Knight versus Trent Baker. It was a decent quality match, but nobody really cares. Miss Vanessa's backstage with Trent Baker. Trent Baker gained overness, so that's nice. Phil Woods. Nobody got him more over, but it's a decent enough segment, 71%. Lazarus versus Doc Dean, 80% match. You know, it's amazing. Long ago, like not long ago, I would have considered that a superior match and just super kick-ass and awesome, but now I look at that and I'm like, wow, I would have expected more out of Doc Dean and Lazarus. 89% segment for Doc Dean and Miss Vanessa. People love Miss Vanessa. Woohoo! Robbie Moxie versus Jarrell Clark. And I guess because of the difference in overness, they just assumed this one was a total squash. Second rope splash by Jarrell. Robbie Moxie gets knocked to the ground. Second rope splash. First move. Second move is finisher. The match quality was still considered 80% though. 91%. Miss Vanessa is getting some legendary segments going. Phil Woods is backstage with dysfunction. 82% match for Todd Sexton and Scotty Mack. That's pretty good. And a very good overall rating for those two. 75% show. That's a very good show. Probably not our best, but it's a very good show. Trent Baker thinks he might be getting pushed too high up the card. Katsushi wants matches with Todd Sexton. Katsushi Takamura versus Todd Sexton? Maybe? Maybe, baby? I don't know. Check with Sophie real quick. Not big enough to run house shows. Well, alright. Event history. What is our best show? This was our best show ever, guys. Woo! A lot of it's probably due to these probably a lot of it is due to these plot-fraught interview segments. 91% for Miss Vanessa talking with Scotty Mac, 89% for her talking with Doc Dean. She is carrying day in these segments. And it's interesting because Phil Woods, I guess he's just not as charismatic for sure, but it's amazing how much just that little difference between, well, I guess 73 and 86, it is a difference of more than 10. So maybe I can't be too shocked. Maybe I should be making Enigma the male manager and swapping Phil Woods' character here. It's a thought, something potentially to do in the future. Well, let's go ahead and skip forward the rest of the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And we'll see whether or not anything else exciting is happening in the world of wrestling. Ooh. Got a swirl of thought happening there. My cursor, there we go, Tuesday. Wow, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. ROH have fallen to cult level. Holy nuts. ROH have released Katsushi Takamura. Mark Madden? Roland Alexander has taken control of ECWA. Scoot Andrews has left. Some of these people are people that might be interesting, like Sanjay Dutt and Chris Hero. Oh well, Majito. Lazarus, why are you signing an open contract with ECWA? Fuck you, Jamie Dundee. You know what? Fuck you, Jamie Dundee. And this is why we can't have nice feuds. You no longer work for anybody else, but you're also not necessarily that amazing a talent, Katsushi. Has all of those different things. Sanjay Dutt is unemployed. Well, that hurts donuts, Sanjay. other people that I heard that had gotten let go there. I think I saw something about Amazing Red. Did I? Hmm. He must have agreed to a contract rather than being kicked off of a contract. But no, it was Scoot Andrews. That was the name. Nope. Not taking anybody that's doing touring. Not taking anybody that has other open contract commitments. Strong Brothers vs. Fast and Furious is ready to get done. Turning it into a major feud at this point isn't going to do anything for it. If I make Dysfunction versus Trent Baker a major feud, well then, that's a thing. Who else was involved in this? Sorry, I got the red mist after Jamie Dundee left. Mark Madden. He's a staff member. He would not be a... Chris Heroes is another guy that I'll hear about occasionally. Let's look at Chris Hero real quick. He's a good all-rounder. Give you that. Chet Jablonski. Actually not bad for a random guy. Not sort of necessarily worth picking up unless he was working for super cheap. He works for about the same price as everybody else does. And there's Chris Sabin. He is unemployed. Hail Sabin. He has been criticized for being lazy in the ring. How much does he want? He wants too much. Alright, what is the deal with New Era Pro Wrestling here? They are small and they are based in America. He likes a high-flying wrestling product. Yeah, well, bigger than you, New Era Pro Wrestling. I can look at all your dudes and just steal from them. That's what happens when you just get when you get cannibalized from above. Then you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take all your guys. Like this guy's pretty good, yeah. Easy to work with. He wants 12 grand to be an opener. Nope. Pretty good. Nice. Jason Lee's a pretty talented guy. Fantastico. And Kid Video Fabulous, but he already has other commitments. How does this Mark Gottaker kid not? He's known to be easy to work with. He loves Miss Natural. Wow, this Ryan Wink guy is very good too. He's known to be easy to work with. Okay. He does cost a little more money. He is the cost money kind of kid. I got you a 5-year written contract for 18 grand. Alright, let's go back. Now let's see, who else do we have here? Billy Dream was pretty good. Cade Sadal wants 13 grand to be on the lower mid card. Oh, I was gonna look up what AAA was. The Angel Athletic Association. That's a backyard level territory, so just because somebody's there doesn't necessarily mean. Should view their roster. Asian Cougar. Asian Magic. Also touring. And Seth Knight. Alright. Seth Knight's good. Let's go on to the roster here. Not this roster. How much are you guys paying Seth Knight? 15 grand an appearance. What if I signed you and then got you to take a written contract? Wouldn't that be nice, Seth Knight? Wouldn't it? Also, your charisma is 80, which makes me like you. If I made you a tweener, you could be the new Jamie Dundee, man. You too could do the same. Interesting. The pure talent guy is not on there. Despite the fact that he is pure talent. Yeah, maybe he's not. Wow, Matt Classic is only asking that much money? Yes, please. So I'm pretty much just gutting this organization. I suppose I should feel bad, But when somebody takes Jamie Dundee away from me, that's just what I end up doing. Now then, let's take a look at these new signings. Let's check out your contract. Let's make it a written contract for 5 years. Let's go back. Let's try it all over again. Written contract for 3 years. For 16 grand. Yeah! Welcome to the fold. Now then. Matt Classic. Look at you there, working for 10 grand an appearance. So young and fresh-faced. You don't? What if it was only for 4 years? What about 3 years? Oh, you'll work with us for 3 years? Cool, Matt. And then Seth Knight. He was the other fella. Look at how pretty good this guy is. Let's get you in a written contract for a number of years. $100 grand for 3 years. There you go. And all of a sudden I have added on to my expenses, but definitely added on to my talents. You might even say I am hungry for talents. Unimportant update is available. Sorry, Katsush. Anyhow, let's go ahead and call that a video for all of this, and when we come back next time, maybe we'll put some of these guys to good use. Maybe they'll be a million times better than Jamie Dundee ever was. You hear that, Jamie Dundee? PG-13, my ass. Anyhow, this is Both of Vultures. This has been Let's Play. Um, whew, lost it there for a minute. Let's Play Extreme Warfare Revenge. You will notice that hasn't happened as much recently because I've been pinning all these guys under written contract. So I can actually get these feuds done and get people promoted and built up. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.